there's always a good, I guess, a good side to every bad situation. And the declining reimbursement, I think, is one of the good things I've seen come out of it is owner operators have to think like business owners. As you mentioned, you come from the tech kind of e-commerce world like I do. If you're an e-commerce company and you don't have customer win back email sequences or abandoned cart sequences or all this kind of stuff, you're underwater. I mean, that is just like a base level. You have to do these things to remotely remain profitable. It's not even up for debate. So I talk to some of these clinic owners, I find out they send no emails, they make no calls, they send no text messages. They don't do any of these things that most business owners have to do to stay profitable just because it's kind of been on the gravy train for a long time with reimbursements were so high relative to their expenses, high margins, they don't need to do anything. And yeah, and now they're kind of realizing, hey, like we have to run this like a real business. Margins are tighter, so we have to, we got to get more people in here. We got to get people back. We got to new phone system, better front desk training to answer calls, all of these kind of things. And which is good to see. Like that is a shift that needs to happen for sure. But yeah, like I don't know what the stat is. It's hard to say, but I think probably over 90% of clinics or clinicians nationwide do not do anything product related. As in,
Oh,
there's
I thought it would be higher, but that's cool. Okay,
yeah,
90%.
so
Wow.
like over 90%. So they don't. They might say, "Hey, go on Amazon," or this, "Hey, you might need this, you might need this." But as far as like an actual plan in place of even a link, "Hey, I have this link. That's all that you have to do." Or I've even went like some people, they went one step further than 90% of clinicians, and they made an Amazon affiliate account. Great. Now you make 3%, that's nothing to write home about, but that's better than zero. And then there's kind of levels, and there's people that have maybe scan a QR code for a specific affiliate account or a brand. Level two, level three is, hey, we want to have products in person because shipping a lot of these kind of low margin items eats up most of the margin anyways. But we're going to sell in person, which is where you can make most of the money. We're going to post some stuff on social. We're also going to tag brands and kind of work that into it. That's where I see a lot of success, and the people that do it well, the numbers are pretty impressive. Like better than you would think for small clinics.
So actually, that was one of the questions I asked, and maybe you got to take a pass on it. But like, you know how you were saying that, 100% of your insurance, like seeing 100% of their revenue coming from insurance, for example, was like kind of alarming. Like now that you've been running, and we'll put links to your business in the show notes and all that. But like now that you've been running your business for so long, what does like a healthy revenue mix look like when you integrate products, like percentage wise? Like, are we talking like, I don't even want to throw numbers out there. Like, what does it look like to have like maybe a diversified set of revenue, that's not so reliant on just insurance products? Like when you think about physical products, what does that actually look like? What does it contribute usually when you look at it?
Yeah, so it depends a lot on the type of clinic. So my mentor that kind of got me the PT space is a cash based physical therapist, low volume, high margin, selling packages, no insurance, and obviously for product perspective, they sell way less because they just have way less patients, um, and they're seeing the same patient more often. So I guess from a total services thing, I'm just going to talk about a clinic that is doing they have no cash based services. They have absolutely nothing, just 100% insurance, insurance based. If you look at $1 million clinic, $1 million of revenue, all from insurance, and they have maybe 5 to 10 PTs, one location. If they do a good job, which is the key, because we have people that they get all amped up. This is a new initiative. I'm going to sell some products. 4 weeks goes by and they've sold like $100 worth of stuff, and they're like, well, somebody got sick, and I don't want to do it anymore, or whatever the case is. So people that are actually doing a good job, um, it's a very small line item revenue, but high percentage of profit. So like if you do $1 million of revenue, these clinics might only net 50,000 or 75,000, maybe 100,000 max. Obviously, it all depends on how they're run. But so a clinic I can give an example about in California was doing $500 in revenue a week. All right, now that doesn't sound like a lot, but the key perspective, this is in-person stuff. He buys it wholesale and resells it in person. The margins are 100% minimum for every product. So it's $250 of net every week. So when you start to look at numbers like that, you say, like, if I would do $1 million clinic, well, $500 a week is, that's only $26,000 a year. Well, what if you're netting 12 or 13,000 and your clinic only netted 75 before that? Like your net profit just went up 15, 20% because it's all the overhead is already accounted for, all of your systems, your employees. This is that's the benefit of additional and ancillary services or even cash pay services is all of the overhead and everything is already expensed. This is just, it goes right to the bottom line. So 10 to 20,000 of additional profit is huge when you only make 70. So don't focus on the million, focus on what you take home. And then, how do we increase that number?
If you'd like to learn more about Strata PT and see how our EMR and RCM works, head over to stratapt.com to book a demo.